When a man walked alone in American Fork Canyon, he saw something large moving in the trees. At first, he thought it was an elk, but as he got closer, he stopped. It stood on two legs. Clearly, it had a human-like shape, but far too big. Terrified, he ran. Do you believe it's real? John Stoneman was hiking through Kinzua State Park in Pennsylvania when something caught his eye. He raised his camera and snapped 2 photos. In the photos, 2 tall, hairy figures were standing between the trees. Stoneman said they were bigger than any local bears and stood in a way that looked far more human than animal. What he actually captured was never confirmed, but the photos added to the long list of strange sightings reported in Pennsylvania's forests. This short clip surfaced online. In the first part, a tall brown figure walks past a tent and turns its face toward the camera. In the second, it moves through the trees. Its height is striking, with some viewers estimating it could be around 8 feet. There's no background detail, which raises doubts. Is it just a hoax? A man had set up a trail camera for wildlife, but one evening it captured something unexpected. A tall, skinny figure stood in the frame, covered in hair and shaped almost like a person. Its head looked rounded, and its arms hung low. The man thought maybe it was a bear caught at a strange angle, but it definitely didn't look like a normal bear sighting. It got him wondering, is Bigfoot real? Someone was hiking near the water when they noticed a black creature in the water. It looked like a person, but completely covered in black fur or a coat. They posted it online asking for opinions, and many suggested it might be Bigfoot. But the proportions didn't seem to match any known Bigfoot descriptions. It looked too short and slim. Even the person who recorded it doubts that theory, but believes it wasn't human either. Without knowing where the video was captured, it's hard to say for sure. A couple visiting Ashland hiked toward Tunnel 13, a mile-long walk through melting week-old snow. While stepping past the guardrail, the girl noticed a print in the snow that didn't match the usual human or dog tracks. As they walked, more of these impressions appeared. Each was about 18 inches long, with clear toe shapes and a large front toe. The prints followed the path for a short distance and then ended suddenly, with no sign of them heading into the woods. They didn't match animals or snowshoes. What could it belong to, if not Bigfoot? A man from the eastern band of Cherokee in North Carolina started hearing strange noises while out in nature one night. His recording captured a long, deep roar that didn't match any common animal in the area. The sound was loud, heavy, and came from somewhere deep within the forest. People familiar with the region said the call reminded them of the vocalizations often linked to Bigfoot sightings. And with how dense those North Carolina forests are, paired with the area's long history of strange reports, it makes you wonder, could he have captured the sound of a Bigfoot? A Reddit user was hiking in the Appalachian Mountains, taking photos along the way. At the time this photo was taken, he said he started feeling uneasy for unknown reasons and ended his hike shortly after. When he checked the photos later, he noticed something he couldn't explain. Near the rocks, there's a dark patch. It's hard to make out any details, but it doesn't look like part of the trees or rocks. It stands out. The hiker believes he would have noticed if it was a bear, but he's not sure. He thinks it might have been Bigfoot quietly watching him. What do you think? A woman living on a rural property went to check the tree line where her family kept old vehicles after hearing a strange sound. As she walked around her trailer, this happened. Startled, she ran, her phone accidentally recording the moment as she fled. Fortunately, the footage was uploaded, so we can assume she made it out safely. When the clip was slowed down and rotated, a dark, heavy-built shape appeared in the frame. Could this have been some kind of mysterious creature, or was a creepy person in a suit trying to scare, or even attack, her that day? A helicopter flew low over the dark Russian forest and captured this footage. Then, a big shape appeared.
Seeing that?
Oh my god, that's huge.
Keep it in frame, keep it in frame.
Look at the size of it.
It's going into the trees, wait!
I lost it. It's gone.
It stood on two legs, over 8 feet tall, covered in white fur, and moved quickly between the trees. It then walked behind a thick pine and disappeared. Many were convinced they had seen a real Yeti, but one commenter pointed out the blurred box that changes places in the video is actually a Sora AI watermark. These days, it's really hard to tell what's real and what's fake. A family living on a dense forest property filmed something strange on May 30th, 2025. Their camera picked up a tall, ape-like shape moving between the trees. When they brightened the footage later, more details became clear. The figure didn't move like a person fooling around. It seemed too steady, too real. Then it vanished into the woods and was never seen again. Was it just someone in a costume, or was it the real deal? A lone photographer hiked near remote Utah Springs when sudden crunching came from the trees. Being panicked, he swung his camera toward the sound, and he saw something chilling. A massive, dark, two-legged shape gliding between trunks, moving slowly, like it was watching him back. The figure paused, then vanished into shadow, and the footage ended abruptly without any explanation. A lone hiker was moving through a forest when he noticed something shift behind a bush. He started filming, expecting a bear, but instead saw a tall, dark figure standing on two legs.
Where'd it go? Oh, there. Look at that. What the heck is that?
He stopped recording when the creature began moving toward him and ran. But the origin of the video remains a mystery. Deadwood Gold Mine, near the River of No Return Wilderness, has long been a hotspot for Bigfoot reports. A logging crew decided to camp out there in an old ghost town. They filmed and took photos throughout the trip, but only later realized they had captured something strange. In one of the pictures, a large dark shape appears near the tree line. The uploaders said they had heard strange sounds in the woods that day, but never saw another person.
I would imagine this is a cable that's attached to it that we're linking. Just pull them apart. Just pull them apart.
Some believers say Bigfoot's mixed color hair helps it blend into forests like this one, making shapes like this easy to miss in the moment, but noticeable later on camera. So was a creature watching them from the trees, or just shadows playing tricks on their minds? Someone was walking through the bush in North Queensland, Australia, when he spotted a small, dark figure standing among the plants. Strangely, it was shorter than a human and covered in dark fur. He had never seen anything like it. Before it ran off, he managed to capture this picture. Experts are now examining the image. Some think it might be a yowie, a creature from Australian folklore often linked to Bigfoot, but it seems far too small and thin. What could this have been? Just a person, after all? A hiker in a dense forest in Spain captured a deep, echoing growl coming from somewhere in the trees. There was no animal in sight and nothing moved around him. The place felt wrong, so he left as soon as he got the recording. The sound later spread online, pulling viewers into the same confusion. Some think it was a wild animal, others think it was something unknown. No clear answer has ever surfaced. To this day, the source of that growl remains unexplained. One morning, a tall figure walked out of the forest and stopped between the wooden poles. It stayed completely still.
Oh my god, look at it! It's just standing there. Bigfoot. Oh my god.
People compared its height to the poles and nearby trees. It looked much taller than a normal person. No one could confirm what it was, but the moment left everyone watching closely, trying to make sense of the strange visitor. Chad McKee lived beside the Biff River Wildlife Area in northwest Louisiana. One night he recorded over 8 minutes of loud screams coming from the woods. His neighbor also set up a trail camera after losing hogs and cattle. This is what they captured. People in that region often report strange sightings in the forests and river areas. Some families have even seen tall shapes or heard unusual calls at night. Chad believes these screams come from a large, hidden creature that moves through the thick woods near their home. A couple hiking near a stream at Mount Washington noticed a crouched figure in the water. They snapped a photo, assuming it was a bear, but then it suddenly stood up and ran off on 2 legs. Its shoulders were broad, the arms long, and the back looked powerful. The couple believed they might have seen a young Bigfoot searching for food in the stream. Whatever it was, it didn't match any normal wildlife in the area. A hiker got lost in a Swedish forest for about 30 minutes. While trying to find the trail, a loud scream echoed through the trees.
Okay, what the fuck? That was like a voice, but I don't know where. Like, it sounded like it came from if you walk through here. But I have no idea how to walk through there because it's like, I mean, great time to pull up the camera, I guess. was great. Like screaming. That's the what? Second time I've heard screaming. That lasted way longer. Yeah. No, I'm like pretty lost actually.
More screams followed from different directions. The hiker recorded the sound and kept moving, unsure what it was. There were no houses or roads nearby. Later, people suggested it could be animals like foxes or roe deer, which can sound strangely human. The hiker eventually found a clear path and reached safety. But the hiker wasn't sure if it was just animals. A man took his kids to play in the park next to the woods. The kids ran and laughed until their dad saw something large moving between the trees. He pulled out his phone and started recording. At first, you only see branches. Then, a dark shape appears. At that moment, a deep growl came from the woods. Immediately, the man and his kids ran to safety, but they weren't sure what it was. A Bigfoot or something else. Now, if you're enjoying my videos, please consider subscribing to the channel. Your support helps me creating new stories every week, and it means the world to me. Thank you so much for watching. A man walked into the woods near his home after hearing strange noises.
Look at the size of this old bitch. It's gotta be 9 foot tall. Hey, see if you want some chocolate. Hey, big fella. Hey, fella. Hey, fella, come here. Oh, he's getting pissed now.
As he moved forward, a large figure stepped out of the dark. The man kept recording while the figure noticed the camera and slowly backed away. He later uploaded the footage online, asking people what they thought. Some believed it was real, others suggested it could be something else. The true identity of the figure is still unclear. A man checked the footage from his trail camera deep in the forest and saw a strange figure he couldn't immediately identify. It was broad, heavy, and sitting low with its head down. The shape didn't match any known animal or person from that area. He thought it could be Bigfoot, since the tall frame and thick outline looked close to the usual reports. Others said it might just be someone in bulky winter clothes. Even so, the unfamiliar shape is difficult to explain. A trail camera owner shared some unusual footage and asked if anyone could explain what was happening. For nearly 20 seconds, a huge, rough hand moves in front of the camera. It looks human in some ways, yet the size and shape feel off, almost wild. The uploader said the bone structure didn't match a normal human hand, and viewers pointed out the smashed fingernails, which would be hard to fake. Since the clip only shows the hand, no one can confirm what creature it belongs to. But of course, many suspect Bigfoot. While hiking along a foggy trail, this person suddenly stopped in their tracks. Through the mist, a tall, dark shape stood just off the path. Its body looked upright and broad, and the arms seemed longer than what you'd expect from any person out on the trail. The fog and low resolution make it hard to identify clearly, but the silhouette is unsettling. So, could this have been Bigfoot, just another person on the trail, or a trick of the fog? A man went out expecting a normal hike, but the day turned unusual fast. Deep in the woods, far from the main path, he noticed something move ahead. As he stepped closer, he raised his phone and recorded. A tall figure stood with its back toward him. It turned slowly, noticed him, and he ran. Luckily, the creature stayed where it was. Idaho's forests and wide wilderness are known for strange sounds and occasional reports from hunters and campers who hear distant knocks or sharp cries at night. But not everybody's convinced. Many people are questioning whether this video is genuine. And I agree. It looks almost too good to be true. A man was fishing at Sally Lake near the Navajo Mountains when he filmed a tall, hairy figure in the distance. Its rounded head and broad shoulders were clearly visible. He believed it was Bigfoot. The area has no primates, so it's either Bigfoot or pareidolia. What do you think it is? This is a trail camera image captured at night in the woods at an unknown location. The figure in the frame looks strange because of the angle, lighting, and motion blur. It appears human, yet almost animal-like. What kind of animal does it really resemble? Could it be a normal animal, or something unknown like a cryptid? Let me know if you can identify it. A family was in the Meek Cabin mountains when they came across unusual tracks nearby. At first glance, they looked human, but they were far larger than normal. The man who found them said his family had seen similar prints in the area before. His sister had even claimed to see Bigfoot with her own eyes, saying it was so traumatizing she'd rather not talk about it. And it's not just their family. This region is known as a Bigfoot hotspot. There's gotta be some truth to it, right? Two friends entered a restricted forest area in Kelantan, Malaysia, planning a simple exploration. But then they noticed a massive figure standing between the trees. When they tried to get a better look, the creature suddenly roared and charged at them. They fled, climbing a tree for safety. The friend said its shape looked strange, almost unreal, and they couldn't figure out what it was. It lingered for a moment, pacing around, then vanished back into the dark jungle, and the friends were able to make it out safely. Now, does this video seem staged to you? Tom Burnett, who lives deep in the Smoky Mountains of North Carolina, believes he's had more luck than most Bigfoot researchers. He and author David Riggs have spent years studying the creature, and Tom says he captured it on camera using motion-activated trail cams. Critics claim the photo is just the backside of a bear, but Tom disagrees. He insists the image shows the figure he's been tracking for years. He photographed Bigfoot. A camper near Clipper Mills, California, captured a loud scream coming from the forest.
That's no dog.
It's a bear.
I think he's a bear. I don't think so. They don't call that much.
That's just right over here.
This dog's right over there. Whatever it is over there. There's a bunch of them. They're talking. They're just communicating.
That's not
Yeah, there's one back there too, like earlier.
Yeah, that's not a dog bark.
What the fuck is that?
The sound didn't match any known animal. It wasn't a wolf or a coyote. It had a heavy, deep tone, like something large was calling from deep within the woods. The man's channel features other recordings from the same area, including strange howls and unusual vocal sounds. People across the Sierras have reported hearing similar noises before, noises no one can really explain, which leads many to believe it could be Bigfoot. While hiking through the woods of Texas, this couple spotted something moving between the trees. They quickly grabbed their camera and managed to record a short clip.
Oh my god, do you see that?
Yeah. Keep it steady, keep it
It's
steady.
huge. I think it's looking this way.
Don't move.
Oh, it's walking. It's leaving.
I got it.
Holy.
The footage shows a tall, dark figure walking upright through the forest. Its size was far too large to match anyone they expected to see out there. People online couldn't agree on what they were looking at. Some viewers believe the figure could be someone in a costume or a staged setup. Others insist it's one of the clearest pieces of footage they've ever seen of the legendary creature. A new Bigfoot video was uploaded on November 7th, 2025, showing a large figure moving through thick fog. Many viewers say it looks realistic, but critics claim it appears to be digital work. The witness, however, denies any setup. Honestly, I find it hard to believe it's real, especially since no background information was given. It's just a random short clip without any context. And for more Bigfoot encounters like these, just watch this next video.